Hi, I'm Eric from Mountain ATV and today we're going to show you how to change the oil on a 2018 Husqvarna FE501. Having fresh engine oil is probably one of the most important things you can do to keep your bike in tip-top shape. It's actually a pretty easy process. There's just a kind of a set procedure. If you follow that procedure, it's no big deal. So we're going to be changing it on this Husqvarna 501, but the same procedure will apply to the 2017 and 2018 450, FE450, also the KTM 450 6 days, so it's a 450 EXC 6 days, and the 500 EXCF 17 and 18. And the manufacturer recommends that you change the oil after the first hour of service. So a brand new bike, you're gonna want to change the oil after the first hour. And then after that, it's every 15 hours or after every race. So it's something that's gonna happen, over and over again. So it's probably a good idea to get good at it. So let's get to it. To do this job, you're gonna need some basic hand tools. Of course, a drain pan, a funnel's nice, contact cleaner, and I always use safety glasses and probably some rags. We're going to be using the Tusk oil change kit for this. You can find this kit and many other options on our website. Make sure and check them out. And then you're always going to want to refer to your machine service manual for the proper safety information, procedure, and torque specs. So the first thing we're going to do is bring the engine up to operating temperature so the oil is thinner and will drain out. So go ahead and start that up, let it come up to operating temp. All right, next we're going to remove the skid plate if your bike has one. All right, we're gonna get our drain pan underneath here, and then we're gonna start taking these drain bolts out. And a couple things that I like to do, use a little contact cleaner, clean up around it so as you're pulling it out, you're not getting dirt when you're trying to put everything back in there. This is pretty clean, so I'm gonna bypass that today. But another trick is shocking the bolts a little bit. So you've got, a lot of times you have steel going into the case material, so it might be aluminum, magnesium, whatever it is. If you shock this bolt a little bit, it's gonna come out a lot easier. So I'm not hitting this very hard at all, but I'm just using my socket, my extension, and I'm just gonna give it a little love tap. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing with all of them. Just gonna give it a little love tap, and it just shocks them just enough that when we go to put some torque on it and remove those plugs, it's just gonna come right out. So the first one we're gonna pull out is the magnetic drain plug right here. So it's the one closest to your foot peg, right underneath your shifter, okay? Pop that one out. And it's magnetic, so don't be alarmed if there's stuff on the back side. Try to make sure you get your crush washer with it. Now, this is a magnetic drain plug, like I said. So as you can see on the end of it, there's some pieces of metal or whatever attached to it. And a little bit's fine, that's pretty normal. If you've got a ton of it or great big chunks stuck to that, it's indicative of a problem. So we've got that one out. Set that aside. We're going to clean it here in a minute. Now we'll take this next one, and this one has a screen in it. It's got the long screen. This doesn't have a crush washer. It has an O-ring on it. Okay, for this one, you've got that screen inside there. And so this might not be the ideal tool for this because it's screen material in there. But if you're really careful, you can grab the edge of that and pull it out. And we'll clean that later as well. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the short screen, and it's down on the bottom of the motor. And this one here is the one we wanna take out. It's the one that's closest to the shifter, where we've been working on that side of the motor. We do not wanna take out this one here, that's the Allen head. You wanna stick with this 13mm head, and we pull this out, there's gonna be a screen inside. Once again, we're looking for big particles on here. Little particles are pretty normal. So just spray these off real quick. Now we also have our Tusk crush washer. All right, so we've inspected everything. We've looked at our screens and we're ready for the short screen to go back in. And it's 11.1 foot-pounds. I think that makes it about 15 Newton meters. All right, so now it's time to put this long screen back in. So if you don't get this in here straight and it kinks or it bends or something, it's not gonna filter, the screen's not gonna work. So we wanna be really careful putting this in. The manufacturer has a tool, a pin tool, that is the perfect tool for this job. But this works if you're, I've had good luck with this if you're careful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide this screen on it, and then I'm gonna put it inside, and you can feel it go where it needs to go, and you can push it in with your thumb a little bit. And you can tell that it kind of snaps in there where it needs to be. And once it does that, we're good for our outer cap. Once again, that's the 11.1 foot-pounds. All right, now we're gonna install the magnetic drain plug with the new crush washer. So we're gonna torque this one. It's 14.8 foot-pounds or about 20 Newton meters. All right, now that we've got all that tightened again, let's go up to the oil filter. All right, once we got the cap off there, we're gonna go ahead and take some snap ring pliers, kind of lock in on the outside of that filter, and you pull it out. We need to lay the bike down so we can fill up the oil filter cavity a third of the way with fresh oil. So something else you're gonna need to do is put a little fresh oil right here on the rubber, so that'll slide down into that boss that's down inside the housing. So we got that done. Push it down in there, make sure it seats. And then we need to put our cap back on. Put the two bolts back in. Once we got those nice and snug, we're just gonna torque them. Was it 7.8 foot-pounds, about 10 Newton meters. So pretty light. All right, so it's time to add the oil. And it's calling for 1.2 liters, so 1,200 cc's, 1,200 milliliters, or 1.3 quarts. All right, now we got that. We're just gonna put the cap back on. Okay, so we're going to start it up, we're gonna let it run, and then we're gonna shut it off, let it sit for about 1 minute. All right, so now we want to check our sight glass. So we want to be about halfway up this window right here with our oil. So we're going to level the bike up. See the oil come up right about the middle of the window. We're perfect. All right, so we're just checking for leaks. So it looks like we're okay up here at the oil filter housing. We're okay here down at the drain plug and both screens. No leaks, so we're in good shape. So make sure and go to our website, RockyMountainATVMC.com, for the oil change kit, all the parts and accessories you need for your ATV, UTV, and motorcycles. And if you like content like this, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll catch you next time.